And, and again, I just want to we're gonna jump over here to our Audible sponsorship one more time. Audibletrial.com/the Tech Geek, and you can get all wonderful audiobooks from Audible. They're a fabulous company. Listen to all your wonderful audiobooks on tape. And they're a wonderful company, by the way. Actually owned by Amazon now. They were an independent company, but they were just purchased by Amazon not too long ago. And just a fabulous, fabulous app company. You download the app, listen to the, read the app right on your, read the book right on your phone, and you can go through the chapters, go through all that stuff, and listen to the book. Listen to it on your Kindle. Listen to it on your iPhone, Android device. Just a really wonderful, wonderful service. And years ago, you would download books, MP3s, and you played a different song, you forget where you were, or you lose your place. Now with Audible, it saves your spot for you. You have bookmarks and all that type of stuff, and it's an independent app from your actual music playing app. So it's really a wonderful service. And that's audibletrial.com/a-tech-geek. Get a free 30-day trial with us. And we appreciate it, so we get the credit for it. And they really are a wonderful service. Anybody that's an avid book reader or a book lover should definitely go ahead and get that. So it's, again, audibletrial.com/the-tech-geek. And a lot of questions this week, which is really good. Some home theater questions too, which is a little bit interesting. We haven't had too many of them, but we have quite a few. Here. First question we have: what would be a good, uh, good budget, a good budget Blu-ray player with streaming capabilities? Really a lot of the Blu-ray players come with streaming built in nowadays. Almost all of them nowadays you can get you know with streaming capabilities. Actually, I don't know many that don't. I mean, yeah, that's one thing too. Netflix is so integrated. It's built into everything almost anymore. It just shows you the power they have. By the way, folks, I just started watching. I'll get back to your question in a minute, folks. I don't want to banter on too long, but one of the that new show with Kevin Spacey on their House of Cards. I just started watching the first episode. It's definitely really good. They released all the episodes at once, which is really cool for Netflix. And it's just a really, really good show. I recommend watching them. Like I said, it was only 10 episodes, but it's definitely, I think, worth the watch. So go ahead and pick it up. Something worth it. And believe it or not, Netflix actually got that. They were actually in it going to be, House of Cards was actually, Kevin Spacey's production company was in contract, was going to go into contract with HBO, and they got a call and said, hey, Netflix is interested. And he went with them because he really feels that they're the future of television. So kudos to them, and it's just a wonderful show. But as far as a Blu-ray player, I like Panasonic. I think they're really, really good. Uh, Sony is going to be a lot cheaper. You can get one 79 bucks with all the streaming services built in. One thing that's nice with the Sony, it's actually got the Amazon Video on Demand built in, just like the Roku does. So it's really a really good buy. Panasonic's gonna be a little more money, but I like Sony too. I know my friend Howard has a Sony Blu-ray player, and he really likes it, and he has no complaints about it. So it's definitely something that, like I said, I would recommend. The Sony or the Panasonic would definitely be the way I would go with it. I believe I have a Sony right now, and I got it for like 79 bucks. So it's definitely something that I recommend. Let's see, what else do we have? Hold on one second as I struggle with the show notes here. And let's see. Next question we have is, what wireless gaming headphones are the best? Ooh, for gaming headphones, this one I actually, I'm not gonna lie, I had to look up. If Turtle Beach, the PX21, the wireless speakers, they work great. if you're running from USB port on your Xbox, they play media pretty good. The other option would be wireless headphones from innerfidelity.com or headfi.org. They're a good place to get wireless headphones. There's wireless headphones. And I was going to get a pair of wireless headphones when I go to the gym, and I really was talked out of it just for the amount of hassle and the size and the weight of them, and they don't last very long. The charge isn't very long. You remember, every time after you use them, you got to hook them up and charge them again because the charge only lasts a couple hours. It's actually worse than like a Bluetooth. So that's what I would recommend. But again, you're really gonna want to watch and see what you get. Definitely read the reviews before you buy them. On Amazon. And read all the reviews and stuff on Amazon and stuff like that before you buy it, because they're really, really tricky. Jawbone makes pretty good ones, but you really got to watch what you buy with something like that. And it is a technology that is evolving quite a bit. So just read. There's not really many good ones out there. I've really done some research on this, and I haven't had too many. Haven't heard too many good things about them, so those are a couple that I recommend trying. I know Turtle Beach is definitely very, very reputable, but go ahead and I would try them first. The PX21s are really, really well, so try that. The next is, what's the best 32-inch TV? Philips makes a good 32-inch. Vizio makes a good 32-inch. I'm not sure what your budget is. 32-inch mostly. I know myself. I have a 32-inch in the bedroom. I like it. Toshiba isn't bad either, but you're going to pay a little more. RCA is good, but the problem is they just started making TVs. The Vizio, depending on the budget you're in, is probably going to be the most reasonable. RCA, though, does make a good TV. Like I said, the Philips make a good TV. The Philips actually known for the reliability and the lifespan of what Philips is known for. But Vizio is going to be probably the best bang for your buck. But as far as life goes, I know Philips is known for their very long lifespan. So it really depends on what you want to do. Philips not known for the quality, but known for the lifespan. Vizio is the best bang for your buck. RCA is going to be a little more expensive, but a little better quality. How can I speed up my old computer? There's a lot of things you can do. Add more memory to it. That's an idea you can do. Run Spybot malware bytes out, so make sure there's no malware on it. Do an MSTSC on it, and I'm sorry, MSTSC. Do an MS config on it. And eliminate any services you don't need, eliminate any startup programs you don't need, speed it up. Defrag, scan disk, just general maintenance stuff. One thing I would recommend is get a can of air, open up the case, and when it's off, by the way, make sure it's off and unplugged, and spray out all the fans, the processor fan, all the cooling fans, the power supply fans, all that stuff. It can definitely help you speed up your machine. That's what I would recommend for that. People say, well, I'll just upgrade, I'll upgrade my computer or something like that. And, upgrading your OS isn't going to speed it up. If anything, it's going to slow it down. So I don't recommend that. How can I get my analog fax machine to work with VoiP? VoiP is voice over IP. You're not going to, really. What I would recommend is, though, what you could probably do is you can just use what I use personally. It's just an online fax program. There's so many of them out there right now. I can tell you the one that I use right now. I'm pulling it up on my computer. Probably just go to an online fax program. There's so many of them out there right now. myfax.com is an internet fax service. That's the one we eFax is another one you can. That's just two I rattled off the top of my head. I didn't even look at my computer yet. Those are ones you can use. Just go to an online fax company. It's just going to be, you're going to save so much hassle. Just go with an online fax company. That's probably the best you can do. Don't worry about your own fax machine. If you have a scanner and an internet connection, you can pretty much fax anything now anymore. My goodness, you can even take it with your phone if you wanted to and email it to somebody. Yeah, and I'm curious why you need to fax, by the way. If you don't, if the person that sent me that question she can get back to me. Even on why you need to fax and why you just can't email them a document that you've taken a picture of or scanned. I'd be interested to know why. That's kind of an interesting question. Faxing is something that's with email slowly kind of going away. But like I said, those two options are fine. eFax or MyFax, they'll be fine for you. How do I fix a stuck Windows update? Well, you could update. Well, you can do the update manually. That would work. That's what I would do. Do the update manually. What you do is you can just find the KB number, just go download the update manually. That's what I would recommend doing. The other thing you can do is Microsoft has a tool to rebuild your WMI, because the odds are a chance if you have a stuck Windows update, you have a WMI problem. WMI Central Windows Management Interface. This is a WMI repair tool you could try. The other thing you can do is download ATF Cleaner, clean out your temp file, clean out all your temporary files. You have a stuck temp file or something like that. Clean out your backups, your system restores. That can be causing you a problem too. Check your drive space too. You might be running out of space if it's an older computer. Those are my recommendations for that. What's the best video blogging camera? Yeah, that one was one too that I had to look up before the show started, because that is that was an interesting one, and I do have the answer, and I had it here in front of me, and now I can't find it. This is embarrassing, by the way. This is a little embarrassing, by the way, when you're trying to live on the air here, and you can't find the answer to a question. I do remember, right? Oh, here it is. A Canon makes a good camera. Nikon, they make a good camera. Again, the question was, what is the best video camera for blogging? Nikon makes a good video camera. I'm not really sure exactly what you're doing with it, but like I said, Nikon works well, Canon works well with that. That's definitely those are my two recommendations. I really like the Nikons. My fiance is really big into her Nikon. She loves the Nikon video cameras. That's what I would recommend going with. You can stick it on a tripod. It'd be great for you. My projector bulb burnt out. Is it worth repairing? That's a really hard question. Without knowing how old the projector is, I don't know. If you can go on eBay, you can get one. When you're really dealing with something like that, you really gotta know how old the projector is. Sometimes you can get a new projector on eBay for $30. The next question I have, which is kind of interesting, but we get two questions, two different emails, by the way. My projector TV bulb burned out. How do I go about repairing it? That's actually an interesting one, because I actually had this problem a couple weeks ago. Not my TV, but my parents' TV. And what you actually have to do is you have to get the bulb. You can go, search what kind of bulb you have. Don't buy the bulb from the manufacturer, because you'll pay a fortune. There have bulbs on the internet you could get. Go on the internet, go on eBay, Google it, find a cheap bulb, order it. There's an access panel in the back. It's 4 screws. You open it up, you pull out the bulb, you slide into it, just like a cartridge almost. That's what you have to do. And that's all there is in repairing a projection TV. Which is kind of neat, like I said, because we happen to have 2 people send in a question very, very similar. And that's what you need to do. It's really easy. I did have a friend. It should take you 5 minutes. And what I do recommend buying a spare. Buy 2 of them, because if the bulb goes once out, a chance it's going to go again. I got a new Android phone, but again, I'm still getting the text on my iPhone. You have to go on your iPhone and turn off iMessage. I had the same problem when I went from the iPhone to the Android. You have to go on. You actually have to go on. You actually have to go on and turn off iMessage on your iPhone, and I'll stop that. The other question I have is, how do I know if I have the security flaw UPnP that's affecting millions of routers? That's a good question. There is actually a GRC Shields Up actually has a tool. You download it and run it, and it'll actually tell you if your router is infected by this bug or not. That's the only way you're going to be able to actually protect your machine. That's what that's the only way you're going to know if you have it or not. And if you have it, there's not really much you're going to be able to do about it anyway, because they haven't released a fix for it yet. But that's GRC Shields Up UPnP routing test tool, and you can go ahead and download that, and that'll actually test your machine to see if you actually have the that particular bug. And like I said, there's nothing you can really do about it if you have it, because it doesn't. There's no fix for it yet. The fix won't be out for quite a while. Supposedly say it's going to be out soon, but we'll see how that goes. But well, that kind of concludes our podcast for the week. I do apologize for not being here last week due to illness, but I'm back now, and I'm feeling in good health. I'm taking an antibiotic. I should feel perfect within a couple more days. I have a couple more days of this stuff left, and then I should feel like a rock, like Rocky. But I want to thank everybody for listening, and I appreciate everybody's emails and everybody emailing us, telling us that they missed the show this week, and we do appreciate everybody listening, and it's fabulous to know that we do have so many listeners out there. And again, we want to thank you for listening. And again, you can find all of our shows and posts at thetechnologygeek.org on our YouTube channel. And you can follow us on Twitter at LaPannyTech. And we want to remind you as well, we have our wonderful store up there. aacrstore.com is our eBay store. And we have something up there for everybody as far as technology goes. And again, I want to thank everybody for listening. And we will see you next week. Thank you very much.